What's good, YouTube? Because of Coffee here. So, we are starting the night out with a request from Peaked. Peaked, you wanted me to do this one as a request to dedicate to Rocky from you, which is amazing of you to do. That's very kind of you. That's what this community is for. You guys know that. I really appreciate you doing that, Peaked. Seriously, that's amazing of you. You're a great person. We appreciate you on the channel here. We really appreciate that. Rocky, hope you are doing well. Also, my friend, you've been in my thoughts, you've been in my prayers. My condolences to you. This is what Peaked wanted us to start with, is the Maher Zain. So Soon is what this song is called. It's tough, man. You guys know that. It's tough to do these kind of videos, but we get through them and we say what needs to be said inside of it and discuss the issues that we need to cover inside of it. And like I said, I know it's tough. It can be a difficult time whenever you're trying to address these things and be there for each other. It's very hard to see that kind of pain in the world, but that's what communities like this are for, is for us to build a place where we can be here for each other and spread the blessings and the prayers and the positive energy to each other collectively. That's the whole point of it all. I appreciate you guys so much. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new here. We are here because Peaked wanted me to do this song for Rocky. So Peaked, thank you so much. We're going to get into this one. This is Maher Zain, So Soon, to start the night out.
Every time I close my eyes, I see in front of me. I still can hear your voice calling out my name. And I remember all the stories you told me. I miss the time you were around. I miss the time you were around. But I'm so grateful for every moment I spent with you, 'cause I know life won't last forever.
Sheesh. This is a beautiful song right here. It's unfortunate what it's about, like I say with all of these ones when we cover them. It's unfortunate that we have to have the songs being written in the fashion of this, but what they are representing, and for the artists to put themselves out there the way that they have to raise the awareness for these situations, that, as Pete left in a comment yesterday, has been going on since well into decades ago, right? A long time it's been going on now. So this isn't anything new, but it's just now starting to be talked about more and more, and the artists are really starting to open up the doorway for that conversation in other places of the world where it's not being broadcast and people aren't being educated on it. That's why these songs are so important. And this one is in remembrance to all of those that are lost. This applies to anyone who has lost anybody close to them due to these situations. And Rocky, like I said, my condolences to you, my friend. It's really unbelievable, man, that we have this going on in our world right now. These lyrics, for every time I close my eyes, I see you in front of me. I still can hear your voice calling out my name. I remember all the stories you told me. I miss the time you were around. But I'm so grateful for every moment I spent with you, because I know life won't last forever. That's, yeah, that's the proper way to really look at it. I mean, you just have to be grateful for the moments that you've had with people. You have to be willing to stay strong and move on through that because that's what they would want you to do. You have to remember that energy will never leave you. Energy does not die, and energy is very powerful. You can feel that from miles away, countries away, across oceans, man. Energy is very, very powerful. Life does not last forever, but we all go into the same state of energy at the end of the day once we exit out of these vessels that we call bodies. We really do just go back into everything. And I think if we recognize that, it can provide some solace and some comfort inside of terrible situations like this one that's going on with Palestine, right? With Palestine. It's very, very hard, man. It's tough, like I said. These videos are tough, but we're all here for each other. I'm always here for you guys.
You went so soon, so soon. You left so soon, so soon. I have to move on, 'cause I know it's been too long. I gotta stop the tears, keep my faith and be strong. I try to take it on, even though it's so hard. I see you in my dreams, but when I wake up, you are gone, gone so soon.
The video is a heavy representation of exactly what the situation is causing for the children specifically. It's leaving them alone in a barren land where they don't see any color. Notice how the entire landscape is gray, even the sky, but wearing white, as in the flag of surrender, almost. See? The video is so representative and using that to be the image for the loss and the emotion that is caused inside of this situation for the people that are forced to be surrounded by it. It's a very, very proper representation. Kudos for that. The video is well thought out, representing him as a teacher, somebody who can speak with the words on the writing on the walls and the boards, right? Representing him as the speaker who can teach the world about this situation. And the visual representation ties heavily into what the lyrics are saying. You went so soon, you left so soon. I have to move on because I know it's been too long. I've got to stop the tears, keep my faith, and be strong. I try to take it all, even though it's so hard. I see you in my dreams, but when I wake up, you're gone, gone so soon. Man, that's heavy. That's really all there is to say about that. That's heavy, and it's about remaining in your faith and remaining strong even through these terrible losses that are caused by outside influences and outside factors that should not even be doing the things that they are doing. That's why we need to be here for each other, because it's a very out of control situation, and the innocent people that are surrounded by it, it's been going on for far too long for them and not being talked about. I'm very glad the world is waking up to this topic that has been going on over there. It's crazy that it got buried for so long, but we started digging, right? We started caring a little bit more about what goes on in our world these last few years, especially with that pandemic happening and everybody being stuck inside. We had a lot of time to think and learn about ourselves and research, right? And I think most of us took the time to actually do that for ourselves. Now we're doing this, right? We're doing things like this on platforms like YouTube, where we can get on here and actually have the proper discussions about this. And to anybody that's going through this, my heart goes out to you. You are in my prayers always, every single day. You will be in my thoughts and in my prayers, sending the positive vibrations in your direction. Please remain strong. Don't ever give up. Please remain strong.
Night and day, I still feel you are close to me. And I remember you in every prayer that I make. Every single day, may you be shaded by His mercy. But life is not the same, and it will never be the same. But I'm so thankful for every man.
The representation there. The representation there. It says you took the opportunity to actually learn about life on a normal level, away from all of those young minds. They're gonna be traumatized forever from this. It's something they're gonna have to recover from and deal with for the rest of their lives. And they're not gonna be educated properly because everything's being destroyed. Right? It's really unbelievable, man. And we have to consider that we are destroying future generations whenever we do things like this. And anybody who doesn't have a thought of the people that are going to be on the planet in the future is a very selfish person, right? You have to consider what the future is going to hold and make sure that the planet doesn't fall apart. And when we have things like this going on, you have people losing out on every opportunity that life presents a person in normal circumstances. The fact that we allow that to happen and we let it slide and don't talk about it for so long, it's unacceptable. I mean, it's baffling that it could happen for so long, so many times, right? And it took up until now for it to finally start being properly addressed, right? This is very deep. Night and day, I still feel you are close to me. I remember you in every prayer that I make. Every single day, may you be shaded by His mercy. But life is not the same, and it will never be the same. I'm so thankful for every memory I shared with you, because I know this life is not forever. It's heavy, man. This is a really good song, too. His voice is very nice. I love the vibe of it. The visual representation is so on point. He is what's trying to bring the life back into the situation and educate everybody on it so that that barren wasteland of the fading imagination and fading opportunity, fading memories, and trauma, stuck in the land of trauma, of grayness and no plants, nothing, just stuck. He is bringing the light to the situation to take the children and the young minds out of that circumstance. And that's a very beautiful thing that Maher Zain is doing here. Like, kudos to him for this. This is very, very good.
I share with you, 'cause I know this life is not forever. You went so soon, so soon. You left so soon, so soon. I have to move on, 'cause I know it's been too long. I gotta stop the tears, keep my faith and be strong. I try to take it all, even though it's so hard. I see you in my dreams, but when I wake up you are gone. Oh, there were days when I had no strength to go on. I felt so weak and I just couldn't help asking why. Oh, but I got through all the pain when I truly accepted that to God we all belong and to Him we'll return. Oh, you went so.
That was powerful right there. That was a very powerful bridge. to guide us back into our last chorus of this song right here. The video, powerful. The building blocks, the breaking of the ball and chain, the freeing of the environment, and the building blocks, right? Wow. The level of thought is very good for this video. They did a very great job on the video. Shout out for that. Everyone that was in charge with the video, shout out to that. Very cinematic, well filmed, very high quality. Even seeing the peaks, the like straight line fade into the back level of the peaks, you can see clearly just like you would in real life. It's very good quality. He said, there were days when I had no strength to go on. I felt so weak and I just couldn't help asking why. But I got through all the pain when I truly accepted that to God we all belong and to Him we'll return. When I say you return back to everything, what's God? God is in everything. You are God, God is you, I am, right? That whole concept, it's, right? Made in the same image. Man. These songs always get me beside myself. You guys know that. I always have to take some moments to just sit with myself. Because I don't always have a whole lot to say besides keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Let's continue addressing that this is going on and spreading the awareness of it and allowing these artists to speak for their people and giving them a bigger platform and more traction of the message is the most important part of it, and that's what we're here for, right? Thank you for this, Peak. I really appreciate this request.
Soon, so soon, you left so soon, so soon. I have to move on, 'cause I know it's been too long. I gotta stop the tears, keep my faith and be strong. I try to take it on, even though it's so hard. I see you in my dreams, but when I wake up you are gone, gone so soon. So soon.
The tide is rising now. It started to come in from the side there. There's more to this video, obviously, for us to get into. About 2 more minutes of the video left. You can see that tide starting to come in there. You can see the brightness of the situation arriving, that big smile that she wore. It's a beautiful scene to have after all of the barrenness and the representation of him being a teacher and a guider back into the light of the situation. And then to have it with the building blocks, breaking of the ball and chain. You have the barren environment, but she finds a piece of that old and remembers the beauty that was inside of it. And this is the representation of the life coming back in because the beauty is still recognized, right? The innocence has not completely been stripped away. There is still something to salvage. That is where we need to arrive ultimately with the situation. We can't change what's already happened, but what we can do is salvage the livelihood and the opportunities for the people that have undergone what's occurred, right? That is the most that we can do. Jesus, man. We just have to make sure that everybody can be taken care of after this, right? Anyone that makes it through this they have to learn to live with it, and it's our job to be there for them, and we have to ensure that they can get those opportunities that they should have gotten in the first place that were taken away from them. It's so important. It's The world's never going to be a fair place and bad things are always going to happen. It's always going to be like that. And once you accept that, that's whenever you can start properly thinking of solutions for it and ways to handle those situations in your life or in the world if you're going through them or seeing them around you and discussing them to spread awareness about them. The positive energy, the prayer, being there for each other and spreading the love is ultimately the most important thing, and then lifting those up who have fallen due to these circumstances, helping them to arrive in the same opportunities that they should have originally had in the first place. That is the ultimate goal with all of this, and that's why I am on here spreading this awareness for you guys. I love you all dearly, and you are in my prayers every single day. Like I said, not a day goes by that I don't think about what's going on with y'all over there. It's very, very scary to know that that's happening and that it could cause an entire conflict for the whole world if it's not resolved swiftly. We have. Alright, we got some reading. We have some reading here, so we'll get into this. According to UN statistics, there are between 143 million and 210 million orphans in the world. Every day, 5,760 more children become orphans. Every 15 seconds, another child becomes an orphan in Africa. Orphans are often denied the right to education and grow up unable to read and write. UNICEF estimates that around 150 million children aged 5 to 14 in developing countries are involved in child labor, often working in dangerous conditions, sometimes in conditions similar to slavery. You can make a difference. Sponsor a child today. This is UNICEF sponsoring the children. Okay. If you guys can afford to do that kind of stuff, you definitely should, right? Help out people that are in need and that sort of thing. Sponsor them where they send them like the supplies, school supplies, pencils, shoes, clothing, right? That kind of stuff, canned goods, foods, and stuff like that. Anything that can help them out when they're going through that poverty in those different countries. It's always good if you can do that. I highly encourage you guys to do that. We got the credits. So we have a camera here. Who ran the cameras? Yeah, Anise and Sam Luca at Concept Cameras did the cameras, the main cameras. Man.
Every time I close my eyes, I see in front of me. I still can hear your voice calling out my name. And I remember all the stories you told me. I miss the time you were around. I miss the time you were around. But I'm so grateful for every moment I spent with you, 'cause I know life won't last forever. Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is your brother Maher Zain. For my latest news and updates, join me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Salam. I try to take it on, even though it's so hard.
Alright, Peaked. Thank you for that. Rocky, condolences to you. Peaked requested this song specifically for you in dedication to you, and we got to have good conversation inside of this as well, diving deeper into what we've already said about what's going on in the Palestine conflict. It's like I said, it's heartbreaking that we have this going on, and the implications it has on what can happen inside of the rest of the world are something that everybody should be concerned with. And if you're not concerned with it, I would recommend that you start today. That's really all I have to say about that. You should start today if this is something you haven't been educated on, or something that you just haven't paid much attention to. It's about time, because it's going to start affecting other places sooner than later if it does not get resolved and does not get put into its place. I mean, it's unbelievable that it hasn't already. It's really unbelievable that it's just been allowed to go on for decades and decades, right? And religious conflict has been going on for millennia, like thousands and thousands of years, right? Going back to fucking the first empires having their beliefs and stuff like that, worshipping sun gods and stuff like that. So, I mean, there's always been a conflict with that sort of thing going on, and different beliefs that people have, and territories being a division in the problem as well. Territories, the borderlines, and stuff like that. People feeling like they're entitled to certain spaces and all that sort of stuff. That all ties into it. And we need to do better at the end of the day. Everybody needs to do better, and we just need to learn how to love each other as humans instead of running around being crazy when we have the full potential to experience beauty every single day of our lives, right? We have the full potential to live inside of that and experience that for ourselves. And when outside influences take it so drastically to this level where it's ruining even young children's abilities to have families and have opportunities and to not live a life that is now traumatic, it's unacceptable. We cannot have that happening in our world. It doesn't matter where it's happening, whether it would be in Palestine, whether it would be in an Asian country over in China, whether it would be here in the States in North America or in Canada. It doesn't matter where it would be. It wouldn't be acceptable for it to happen fucking anywhere. Excuse my language, right? Excuse my language. I'm very passionate about this kind of stuff. Sometimes I slip up a bit, right? I always try to maintain my language in these videos because it's a very deep topic to my heart, but we have a slip from time to time whenever I start getting passionate. And that's because I care about you guys, and I really believe that we need to do better and love each other more and avoid conflicts like this inside of our world. It's just not necessary, and there's no reason to treat each other like this. That's what I have to say about this. The original video will be in the description as always. Subscribe to Maher, Zain. Support all the artists we have on the channel. That's what we do this for. Get this music and these messages out into the world. Peaked, thank you for being so kind to request this in dedication to Rocky. That is very, very generous and kind of you. It's a very thoughtful thing to do. You're a blessing to the channel. Every single person here is a blessing. You guys have blessed me with a voice where we can talk about issues in the world. We can enjoy music together, and we can get to know each other better and spread the positivity out into a world that is so cold towards itself, right? A world that is honestly just so cold towards itself in many instances. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here for each other. It's beautiful to see you guys build this with each other, where you are here for each other and always considering each other's feelings and discussing problems that y'all are going through and helping each other through those. That's what I put these videos on here for, is to have those discussions and give you guys a place to do that, where you can feel less alone and feel like there is a chance to rise from the things that we go through in life, as so many of them are so drastic and so unbelievable. It's hard to feel that positivity for yourself sometimes. So thank you guys for being here for each other. Thank you for being here for me through my recovery and my addictions and the things that I've been through in my life. Truly means the world to me that we have this community. We're gonna get out of here. I'm Vikas Akabi. I appreciate you guys tuning into this one. Have a blessed one. I appreciate all of the support. Prayers for Palestine. It's love. Shalom means salam, means peace.